Happy Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to Mystic Mac 2021. We're going to grab a quick dinner on our side. We're going to put it in simulation mode here for about 10-15 minutes. And see what becomes of this. Alright, don't touch your dial. We'll be right back here in about 10-15 minutes with live action. Enjoy simulation mode, courtesy of Mystic Mag 2021.
Alright, coming up next, it's a middleweight title fight between Michael Bisping and George Rush St. Pierre. So here he is, the #1 middleweight contender, getting set for this 185-pound title fight. He believes this title shot should have come a long time ago, but he has let bygones be bygones. The focus now, unseating the champion in dominant fashion and starting a new middleweight legacy of his own. 25 minutes or fewer away from becoming the new champion. We will see how he performs tonight. So here's the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, making the walk, looking to defend his title. It is certainly something that he's been able to do in the past. He has been challenged on this title run. It's not as though he has run roughshod through this division, but they're all still chasing him at 185 pounds tonight. At least on paper, could be his most difficult challenge to date. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. The Brit is 37, the Canadian is 39. He will have a 1-inch reach advantage. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, a referee in charge of the Octagon, Yves Loving. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, presenting the challenger, George Rush St. Pierre. And now, Introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 31 wins, 9 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Manchester, England, presenting the reigning, defending UFC undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Michael the Khabib Bisping.
UFC belt online. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back to your corner.
You ready?
All right, crowd getting excited as this fight gets underway, and you hate to call any fighter on this UFC roster a specialist, but on one side, you have a definite striker taking on a true 5-tool player.
And you see a guy in the striker who knows exactly who he is. He knows where the fight needs to be. He knows what he has to do in order to be successful. Let's see if he can keep his opponent off of him.
So both guys landing at will here. Good action early.
Double leg shot.
Oh, massive slam. That'll change the complexion of this one. Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture.
Not tapping out tonight. Full guard now, DC.
For the top fighter, you got to be very careful because most submissions come from the full guard. So advance to half. Try to build posture. But if you're the bottom person, the moment your opponent tries to move to the next position, build a shield. Kick off the hips and get back to your feet.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. St. Pierre's has got full mount now. Good work from the top here by George St. Pierre. All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Just over 3 minutes to go in our first round. Lands flush with that right hand. Oh, connects with another uppercut. I'm surprised his opponent's head stayed on his body after that.
He won't be able to take many more of these.
Right.
He's been taking them over and over again, and it's a testament to his chin. But you take one on the perfect spot, he will crumble like a stack of bricks. Nice.
Oh.
Every time these guys come together, man, you just hear the punches and everything landing. Both very powerful, very explosive. Notice the drive. Look at how they drive the knee right into the midsection.
Oh, nice pop there from the crowd as he finally gets the takedown. He stayed committed to the offensive wrestling, and now he has his opponent where he wants.
A sigh of relief from the people watching because they were tired of watching him flail around trying to get takedowns and get defended over and over again. Finally gets it. Now what does he do with the top control?
All right, feet on the hips here. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for...
Right now it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left arm, push it across, and secure it with his head. Watch triangle, watch triangle. He needs to push the arm to the side, get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch his chest go to the mat. He goes flat, all weight to his opponent.
Nicely done. Pretty good right hand. solid strike on the ground. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately.
Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Nice defense there. Huge block.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range. You can really limit the mobility of your opponent with those leg kicks.
All right, so he's landed a few big uppercuts already. In DC, I know you're in the prediction business. You think he's going to set it up again here?
I am certain he's going to try and set that up again. Expect it to come off of a left hook, because off the left hook, you don't anticipate the next punch coming right up the middle. He's real good at trying to find that shot.
Horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, so a huge round for him there. That head kick probably would have had me out for good. The guy survives to see another round.
Yeah, but he'll go back to that. It landed so perfectly. He set it up great. He did a great job of mixing up the target early, going up high, and getting the desired result.
Second round here. Oh, he's got it going now. Nice connection there, DC.
Another punch landed.
Now his opponent's really on the ropes.
His opponent's on Beach Street. He's hurt so bad. I don't know what he's going to do to stay in this fight.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. And they separate.
Real quick leg kick.
Just out of range with that left hook. Right hand upstairs.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one up? Oh, that was a big takedown. Is this the one that's going to break him?
All right, side control now.
Or now he's looking for a Kimura attack. He's going to try to use that to sweep. Look at the transition to the armbar. What a slick transition to armbar attack.
Yeah, briefly went to the north. St. Pierre.
Alrighty, good evening, folks. We're back. Welcome back to Mystic Mac 2021. If you're just now getting settled in, you're just kind of getting all your little bearings together, you're running around doing this, doing that, well, make sure whatever you're doing that it's done. Because we're about to turn up the heat. Go out there and see what the hell's going on with her volume. You going out there?
What? Oh my God.
All right, so I wanted to do a follow-up real quick, pretty much based on everything that we had the other night. If you were here and you watched the Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov, what is most commonly referred to as the greatest rivalry in mixed martial arts in the world. I'll tell you folks, I've talked to a couple people about this fight that we had about 3 or 4 days ago, and the opinion has been the same all around the board everywhere that we have went, who we have talked to, and the people who have watched this fight all said the same thing. Based on reality, what took place at the T-Mobile Arena in October 2018 when Conor McGregor fought Khabib Nurmagomedov was the same. The stand-up game was the same. You know, Khabib was able to get good shots in there, but I believe statistically, if you go back and check the footage from the fight, Conor had more significant shots than what Khabib did, which, if you go back and look, Conor outstruck Khabib standing up. On the ground, it was just sheer will to survive the ground attack from Khabib. Khabib being, if not the greatest ground game guy, you know, besides Charles Oliveira, who is from Brazil. These guys are elite, world-class jiu-jitsu wrestlers and stuff like that. So basically this fight was exactly replicated the same as the real fight. If you go back and watch the real footage from real footage off of ESPN and compare it to what happened, everything was the same. Conor lost the fight. I lost the fight. You know, very dominant performance by Khabib throughout the fight. Even more so in rounds 3 and rounds 4. The fight ending in round 4, my fight ending in round 4. The only difference was the way the fight ended, and it was really surprising the way that fight ended. The reason why I say it was surprising, I would say 75 to 80% of that fight was spent on the ground trying to survive. when you say a fight is spent on the ground 75 to 80% of its time out of 15 minutes, and then you tell them, hey, this fight ended standing up. It ended what? It ended standing up. Wow. You've got to be good to be able to get to your feet against a guy like a Khabib Nurmagomedov. Just to get off the ground is a huge accomplishment. I mean, nobody just comes up off the ground against Khabib Nurmagomedov. Whether you're playing on hard, you're playing on pro, or you're playing on legendary. If you do, congratulations. You're that good. You're advanced. You're a better fighter. You're a better player. But for a lot of people, they'll tell you it's not a walk in the park to fight this guy. It takes a lot of concentration. It takes a lot of willpower. It takes a lot of determination to beat this guy. So my biggest downfall, I feel, in this fight, I feel like I did a pretty good job conserving my energy, conserving my stamina, and not getting tired. I did pretty good. I think I could do a lot better though. Conserving your stamina is extremely crucial when you're looking at a fight that could be possibly spent over half of its time on the ground. When you're on the ground, you spend an exponentially amount of time using energy. I can't tell you that. When you're on the ground, you're using so much energy, and knowing how to control that energy consumption is very important. If you're not a seasoned veteran to the UFC sports series, then you might not know about some of the things I'm talking about. But if you fight MMA, if you fight in boxing, if you do any kind of a combat sport, then you can understand where I'm coming from, what I'm talking about, what I mean. A lot of the tactics that are employed in these games are used in real life. You can't go in a fight and just throw out your energy right away. If you do, you're going to die. You're going to get killed. You have to choose your shots carefully. That's what we're going to have to do in this next upcoming rematch. But number one, the number one thing that I have to do in this fight is part 1 and 2. I have to avoid going to the ground consistently again and again and again and again and again and again. I have to avoid the takedowns. I will be taken down again and again and again and again and again and again if I am not careful. Another way to do that is try to keep some distance between me and this guy. He cannot move in, he can't get close, and when he does, I have to throw those shots that are going to really count, what we call the significant shots. This last fight that we had, I landed some really, really good significant shots. I was talking to my mother about it, and she said, you know, if you had not have thrown that Superman punch, again, if you watch the footage from that fight, you remember I threw a Superman punch and Khabib countered it with a right hand uppercut in midair, and it just cleaned me. That was the end of it. If that would not have happened, being in round 4, there's a very high possibility that that fight may have went to the judges panel for a decision. So there's a lot of things at stake here, folks. There's a lot of things to consider. It's not just one thing. It's not just the legs. It's not just this. It's not just that. There's a lot of things to consider here coming up in this rematch here tonight on Mystic Mac 2021. I'm excited about this. I know it's going to be difficult. I know it's going to be hard. But that's why I like doing it. I like doing it for the challenge. But ultimately, I do it because I love combat sports. And I love to entertain you, my family, friends, and guests at home and live watching them from around the world. I love entertaining you guys. I like putting on great fights to get you guys excited. The good stuff. That's what this stuff is, the good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and kind of get everything situated here for what we're going to do. And then we're going to go from there. This fight is going to be held at the greatest venue of all time at the Madison Square Garden in New York City. And tonight we will continue fighting on hard. We could go to pro, but based on the last fight, I think hard is where it's at. I think hard is a good challenge. I think it's effective. I think it's great for learning reasons. I think it's great for competition reasons. So we're fighting on hard, considering who we are fighting. A grappler, the world's greatest grappler. And my grappling game is not his great. So we have to think match-wise. Where do we fit? We fit on hard against Khabib. That's where we're at. Okay. Alright guys, just as a heads up, we will open up the chat box, okay? If you wish to comment in live during the rematch, you can do it right here. And the chat box is open. As I always say, if you're not here, then where are you at? What are you doing? You out there watching somebody else? Well, I promise you they're not going to give you what I'm about to give you all. This is 5 rounds on hard. This is Conor McGregor, the Notorious, versus Khabib Nurmagomedov for a 5-round lightweight world championship rematch. And actually, before we do this, we've got to make a correction, because guess what? Fighting out of the red corner will be Khabib. In the rematch, previously, Khabib had the title. So Khabib will be fighting to the left out of the red corner as the UFC lightweight champion. Conor will be looking to avenge this loss. and Conor will be fighting out of the right trunks, out of the white trunks, and Khabib will be in the red trunks. Alright, we're going to be fair here. We're going to give everybody about 2 more minutes, and we're going to go ahead and get this party started for the second time. Alright, we're going to go ahead and send the link out to 2 people that we know that may like to watch this match. Alright, we got 1 more person that we are sending this to. Alright, and it is on Facebook live right now. Alright guys, I hate it for everybody who's not here, but if you're not here, then that's your fault, because here we go. Turn up the headset, please.
Wait is over for this lightweight championship fight between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor.
All right, guys, remember, we got to watch the takedowns. Defense will be everything.
Well, DC, you're not fighting tonight, but I know you're anxious, as I am, as Conor McGregor returns to the proving ground here tonight. This is the biggest.
We've got to get this title back.
And a damn good fighter, too. Let's see what he does here tonight.
I have no horse in the race, but the butterflies are kicking my stomach up and down because every time Conor steps into the octagon, it feels like a momentous occasion. Yeah. One of the biggest stars in all of sports. He transcends the sport of mixed martial arts. A guy that has a fantastic left hand. He's very quick. He's a master of managing distance, managing space, and the speed and the ability, the eyes of Conor McGregor is something that we don't pay enough attention to when we watch him fight.
And of course, every time he competes, all eyes are on Conor McGregor, and yet more often than not, he doesn't show up flat on fight night. He rises to the occasion. The Jose Aldo fight certainly is the one that people will historically talk about, but let's see how it goes in this spot for Conor here tonight. Well, in a division as talented as 155 pounds, it is absolutely remarkable what this man has accomplished. Here he is, folks, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world. Now, his goals, far more lofty than that. The title defenses are starting to pile up, but he believes with this type of challenger that has some momentum with fight fans, if he can dust this guy here tonight, he can take his career to the next level and start to be mentioned with the GOATs, the Hall of Fame types. For now, he'll have to settle for UFC lightweight.
This fight is brought to you by YouTube. Streaming live from YouTube on Mystic Mac 2021. This is McGregor versus Khabib, the rematch. Khabib Nurmagomedov defending his title in this fight.
McGregor is 1 year his senior. He will have a 4-inch reach advantage. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out.
All right, guys. This fight is streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Last time we had over 25 views, which might not sound like a lot, but that's a good view. That's a good view. And I appreciate each and every one of you who tuned in to watch. Hornsby fighting out of the blue corner in the white trunks as Conor McGregor. This is 5 rounds, guys. We got to go easy. Khabib will go for the takedown. Make no mistake about it. He will go for the takedown. Really hope this fight can go the distance and we can avoid getting on the ground so much with this guy. It will be a fight. And both fighters will not shake hands. Herb Dean calls the last call. Are you ready? And McGregor throwing his hands to the air. And we're underway here with this World Championship rematch. Khabib coming out with a leg kick. 2 shots. McGregor on the defense. Conor is looking for that takedown any moment. It's coming, and there he is in the clinch, just like we predicted. There he goes for another takedown.
bring the big reach advantage for him tonight.
Oh! Whoa! What an opening shot!
He's in trouble.
Oh my God! We're not even 2 minutes in! Oh! Oh! And there's that takedown we were talking about.
All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape. Or maybe
and this is that situation that we knew Conor was going to be looking for to avoid. And here we go again in the arm bar. Conor on the bottom, Khabib on the top. We're still not even 3 minutes in.
Nicely done.
This is where it's so important for Conor McGregor to be able to control his stamina. It's easy to get tired when you're on the ground. A lot of people have never fought on the ground, do not understand that, but it is very important to control that stamina.
All right, north-south position. Now we'll see who transitions first.
Conor trying to sprawl, looking to go to half guard.
A lot of tricks. Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. All right, side control now. Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
Conor and trying to look to go to half guard.
Take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy
just can't seem to make it happen. So difficult with a guy like Khabib with so much ground experience, so much wrestling experience. We're talking about a guy that used to wrestle bears as a child. You heard me right. We said it.
Oh, that's a beautiful strike there by Khabib. Don't call him a one-trick pony.
Don't call him a one-trick pony, John, because he isn't. He is a guy that is able to make some.
Oh, huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you
Ow!
on the receiving.
Oh my God! Oh!
Look at the finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Holy cow! Look at the bombs!
He's done. He's done. That one landed clean.
God.
Under 2 minutes now to go in round one. Oh, straight right.
Shot a double leg.
And Conor tried so hard to avoid that. This is what we were saying. In that first original fight, his stand-up game is absolutely incredible. It's hard to beat this guy standing up, and Khabib knows it.
You cannot allow him to get leverage on the bottom. What is
Oh, look at that takedown defense. Ah. Damn it. Trying so hard to get off the ground.
Nurmagomedov's has got full mount now. All right, so he postures up here.
Conor has to be very careful.
Yeah, the ground
Stamina and energy conservation is going to be absolutely critical for him at this point.
Oh, is he an active pursuer of the submission?
Conor on the bottom, Khabib on the top. In a submission.
He's attack armbar now.
Then he's out. Ground and pound strike is true. 30 seconds now to go in the opening round.
There were so many times, just like the previous fight, we thought that he had him, and we end up here on the ground again. Khabib knows his best shot is going to be down here, and this is where he feels comfortable. This is where he wants to keep Conor.
Nice job working hard, posting, and getting back up.
Big powerful punch land. Now he gets back to range.
Nice 1-2 there.
Good connection on those last shots right before the end of round one. Conor with just some absolutely dominant shots. I really thought he had it there. Wow. Just an explosive opening to round one.
The toughness displayed by his opponent allowed him to stay in the fight.
Absolutely
But you
incredible.
cannot
I'm
take any more
surprised
of those types of
that
strikes.
this fight made it to round 2. Not a lot of damage so far. We do have some redness under the right eye of Khabib on the jaw. Conor with no damage.
Khabib against that man, you might recognize him. He is Conor McGregor. Oh, good head movement there. Nice flip.
He loaded up there on that high kick. Boom! Big jab. Gave him inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed. Wow. Actually got the takedown.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on the ground.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
Side control now. Now he's able to isolate that left arm.
Conor on the bottom once again. Khabib on the top.
And the turn on the elbow, and he's going to chase the submission finish.
Dominant ground performance by Khabib, which, you know, really comes as no surprise. We knew this fight was going to be like this going into it. And Conor knows he's got to get back. He needs that space.
Oh, he got everything behind that kick. Wow, huge head kick. Oh!
And that's it! That's it! Oh my God!
It's over. What a fight.
Wow!
And the fight right there, it couldn't have landed much more flush than it did, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming, quite frankly.
Holy shit!
Perfect execution on the strike that ultimately results in the KO here tonight. All right, DC, no telestrator tonight.
Look at that!
Some highlights from this one. This was a fight that had it all, and for my money, his best performance.
That was a fight that went to round 4! Oh my God! We're not even halfway through round 2! Holy shit!
So what a knockout from the UFC lightweight champion here tonight under the bright lights.
Oh my God! What did we just see, guys? Holy cow! And we have a new champion!
There it is for the new UFC lightweight champion. I'm not crying. You're crying. You're crying?
I mean, almost. It's hard not to feel emotional when you watch someone accomplish something that they set out to do so long ago. Congratulations to the champ. He did a great job in winning this belt.
Oh my God, I am blown away. Woo! I'm physically trying to catch my breath. I'm not even joking. Woo! Damn it. Let me get some water. Guys, this was a fight. I want to break this down real quick for everybody at home that's watching and listening. I want to explain a few things. Let me calm down. Whew. Oh my God, I got such an adrenaline rush off of that. Whew. First off, let me turn my music down. Alright. This fight, I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt before this thing started, I was planning to dig long, to dig hard, and to dig very deep. I was planning on trying to avoid the takedowns, even though I was not very successful in that. We'll look at statistics in a minute and see what that was. It's hard. I don't care if you've been playing this game 10 years, 10 months, or 2 days. It's hard to fight against Khabib Nurmagomedov, whether you're playing UFC 3 or you're playing the new UFC 4. Khabib is a monster. He is an absolute force of nature to be reckoned with. If you're not a seasoned veteran, you're not good in this game. You don't make it against guys like Khabib Nurmagomedov. He will bring the fight. He will put you on the ground. He will wrestle you. He will wear you down. He will tire you out. He will just absolutely 150% take your energy, wear you down, and beat you till you have nothing left. If you get up off the ground and you're able to fight, you're not going to have a lot of energy. And I kind of knew that going into this fight, and I told myself, I said, you know what? I've got to make it count. I've got to make it count. I have got to make these shots standing up count. There can't be no misses. There can't be no close miss, because if you remember the last fight, it ended standing up. It did not end on the ground. That's amazing. It's amazing that I won the fight standing up. It's amazing that I lost the fight standing up. I was never on the ground winning or losing. I was standing up. Do you know how many people lose to Khabib standing up? Not many people. A lot of people, guys, end up getting submitted on the ground. I'm not a great grappler. I've gotten better than I used to be, but I am still by no means as good as Khabib Nurmagomedov is on hard, pro, or legendary. And I promise you, if you think this was hard, and it was, you had to be really good. You had to pay attention. You just had to be ready for this. This was, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, it was easy. You had to be on top of your shit when you fought this guy. You had to know what to do, go in there and do it. Most people couldn't have done that. I was able to do it in 2 rounds against a world-class grappler. I told myself, if I don't make it count when I stand up, this fight's going to go on and on and on and on and on and on until round 4 or round 5. And I really did not want the fight to go to a decision. If the fight goes to a decision, you don't know who's going to win. The only way that I would have won that fight would have been if I had enough shots in the air standing up and I did not spend the whole fight on the ground. I want you to understand this, okay? When they have you on the ground, there's more points awarded to your opponent when you're on the ground. When you're on the ground getting your face smashed, you're not getting any points. The longer they keep you on the ground and the longer they continue to smash your face in and beat you and submit you and all this, they're getting more points, and more points. If that fight goes to a decision, Khabib's going to win that fight 10 out of 10, because ground makes more points than standing up. That's why I said the only thing that I have in my pocket is when I get to my feet, I gotta make it count. That's the only fucking way that shit was ever gonna happen. was when I stood up, I had to put in the work and knock that son of a bitch out. And I was able to do it. Thank God. Thank God I was able to do that. Now, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the statistics and see where things were at. During the fight, I always say, total strikes does not always count. You might have the most total shots, but I, as Conor McGregor, I'm not going to waste my time and energy throwing shots at you that's never going to land. I'll sit back and I'll hit you a few times. You'll sit back and you'll try to hit me a whole bunch of times. And you're going to miss a lot more times. I only landed 29. He landed 38. I only swung 62. He swung 68. Significant strikes, guys. That's what knocks people out cold. That is what wins championships. That is what makes the best of the fucking best. I went in there against a top-ranked guy, a 5-star guy who was a champion, with 18 significant strikes to only 10. Knocked him down twice, and I stunned him and popped him real good 3 times. Now, out of 3 minutes and 38 seconds for 2 rounds, wasn't quite 2 rounds. What was the time? What was the time? Round 2, 1 minute and 25 seconds. So we just cracked the can open on round 2. We didn't even get deep into round 2. That fight was just starting at the beginning of round 2 with 1 minute and 25 seconds in, and this guy gets knocked out. Do you want me to tell you something that'll blow your mind? Do you want to hear something amazing? I'm going to do my research and find out, but I think Conor has knocked some people out inside 1 minute and 25 seconds in round 2. It may have been 1 minute and 25 seconds. And you just saw it right here tonight live on Mystic Mac 2021. That is crazy. Let's go back right here. And I want to see in that first round. The first round, he threw 6 more shots, I believe, if my math is correct. I had 46 total. He had 52 total. That's 6 more shots than I had. 23 to 30. Significant. 8, 9, something like that. Significant just in round 1. 16 to 7 for 5 minutes. If you're in there for 5 minutes and you got 16 shots to a 7, you're eating this guy's ass alive. Consider the facts. 5 minutes long, and you got 16 shots that could potentially end him. Not just shots, jabs, counters, hooks, significant shots. 16 to only 7 in 5 minutes, and you're a top-ranked 5-star guy? I was eating this dude's ass. Then we flip over. Here we are, round 2. We're only talking 1 minute and 25 seconds, okay? 1 minute and 25 seconds. It's not really that long. It's kind of shocking to see that he had 3 and I had 2, which doesn't bother me because, again, like I just said, it's 1 minute and 25 seconds. I did swing more than him by 2. 10, 8. He landed 3, I landed 2. But again, if that fight would have went on, I promise you, at rate that fight was going, it would not have stayed at that number. It would have been much higher. Guys, I tell people this all the time. And Judge's panel was clean, clear across the board. There was no obscenities. There was no confusion. There was no debate. Judge 1, 2, and 3 gave McGregor 10 and Nurmagomedov 9. You know, people say what they want to say. People, you know, talk all they want to talk. You know, but at the end of the day, you have the first match, and tonight you had the rematch. The numbers are right here, folks. You say what you want to. You saw what happened. And that's a combination of a little bit of skills, a lot of training, a lot of experience, and a lot of paying attention and knowing what the fuck was going on and having a game plan when I walked into that fucking cage. Not just picking up a controller and playing a game. That's how I get submitted and knocked out. But that was a hell of a fight. Really and truly. And here is the replay that you all have been waiting for. Enjoy. Shout out to all my viewers tonight. For everybody who has tuned in, who is here live. And for those that will be watching this footage in the future. Thanks for your support. Thanks for being here. You can hit the share button on your phone or your PC and share this live stream to your friends. Put it on Facebook. Help us get some viewers. And we're going to pro, okay? For everybody at home who's watching live on your phone, PC, or your game system, we are live right now, and we're fighting on pro. We were on hard because, well, that's who we were fighting, and hard was going to be, well, it was going to be very hard. We're actually a pro fighter, so we're going to fight on pro, because for everybody else, we'll be ready. And we're going to be fighting at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. We're going to fight a fight now that should be coming up this coming weekend. Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler. You guys, where are you going? I'm watching these numbers disappear. This good fight is here and about to happen, and you guys are running out of the chat room. You guys are leaving. I'm telling you, you guys leave at the wrong time. Sometimes people watch something and, oh, it's over with now. Okay, I guess I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to get off of here now. You know, it's kind of like finishing your plate and dinner and then jumping up from the table and running away. You haven't had dessert yet. This fight happens this Saturday at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're going to have it again right here, right now.
It is a welterweight
Enjoy.
matchup between Nick Diaz
Enjoy.
and Robbie Lawler.
Check it out on ESPN. UFC 266.
So here is Robbie Lawler still going strong, nearly 20
Lawler
years after
versus
his UFC
Diaz.
debut back in 2002. Lawler's reinvented himself a little bit down in South Florida. He believes he is in the best shape of his life in advance of this one tonight.
And by going down to South
This
Florida
is live
and finding a new team,
Saturday,
you saw a
September
change in Robbie
25th,
Lawler,
2021.
which led to a UFC title reign.
Main
that had
event
massive
card.
Performances. The win over Carlos Condit was crazy. The win over Rory McDonald. The fight, the ability to withstand punishment and continue to press forward and hold on to that title showed you that Robbie Lawler was a different guy and was ready to reach all the potential that his coaches said from day one.
And the beauty of Robbie Lawler, too, he is the consummate fan favorite. Without even having to open his mouth, he doesn't have to say anything.
He doesn't talk.
People love him for his fighting style, and we will see if he can make one more climb to welterweight gold and glory. All right, so here he is, the ubiquitous Nick Diaz. It's hard to quantify his contribution to mixed martial arts. I will just lead by saying that this man brought a lot of fans into this sport, and when he fights, the building's still packed to the nines.
Yes, absolutely. Nick Diaz has a fan base that will follow him through anything, and rightfully so. He won the Strikeforce Welterweight Championship, defended it in a ton of crazy fights, knocking out Paul Daly, knocking out Marius Zaromsky.
This is a 3-round exhibition welterweight match.
Pin fight George St. Pierre, and then also sharing the octagon with Anderson Silva. So it was only big fights for Nick Diaz because he was such a star and such a draw.
And sometimes people lose sight of just how good he was in his prime. 2008 to 2011, Nick Diaz won 11 consecutive fights. Our tail of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight.
You hear that? 2008 to 2011, Nick Diaz won 11 consecutive fights. True facts, folks. True facts. And this will be the last fight of the night. So once again, don't touch that dial and do not walk away. You guys are in for a real treat. This fight is brought to you by YouTube, streaming live on Mystic Mac 2021, aka McGregor's Burner. Yes, we are the former UFC live broadcast. All right, guys, it's time to do it again. Here we go. Hornsby fighting out of the red corner in the white trunks as Nick Diaz.
Right now, as we start up this first fight from United Center in Chicago, Illinois. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the jump.
Oh!
Robbie Lawler delivering a Superman punch. Very powerful.
Oh, he might be out. Oh!
Diaz responding back.
Not there.
Liver shot from Lawler.
Ooh, head kick lands. He's hurt.
Nice punch there by Lawler. Unable to connect with a right hook. Oh, and there is that ruthless Robbie Lawler right hand. You do not want to get hit with too many of those.
Nah, man, this is a dog. Robbie Lawler is a flat-out dog. A guy that's willing to fight anybody, protect his yard. I am a massive fan of ruthless Robbie Lawler. Good jab. Superman punch.
Another Superman punch from Lawler.
Oh!
And a flying... Oh, man, look at that.
Timely defense there. Huge block for him.
Real nice body kick land.
Elbow lands there. Nice job by
Lawler. 2 clinches so far here in this first round.
Oh, he got everything behind that kick. Oh!
Robbie Lawler's really useful here with his Superman punch.
Has been the money weapon for him tonight, and he landed it again there.
We know how Superman punches end, don't we?
Until he makes it, stop throwing.
Oh, that's a big hook to the chin.
Just like that.
Oh, and he gets tagged. Nice combination there. It might not be a bad
And keep in mind, guys, this fight is in pro.
He was landing one before. Now he's throwing everything in combination, and they're all landing.
Good series of strikes by him there.
Great job of mixing it up, staying active, keeping busy.
Robbie Lawler with the first knockdown of round 1.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel, is the ones that land perfect, and that one landed perfect. Oh! Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, went for the spinning kick there, telegraphed it a little bit, no good.
Nice strike.
Oh, head kick attempt. It is blocked by Lawler. Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over.
Oh, man, look at what that one body shot did.
That shows you the power, and the power in the placement. It was placed perfectly, and now he's got his opponent hurt.
Oh, nice jab to the dome by Diaz. 36 total strikes have now landed for Robbie Lawler.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Oh, nice slip to avoid that right hand. Oh, and he lands another leg kick there. I have a novel idea. Maybe the opponent should try to check one of these.
He's got to try to check him, but he can't, John, because there's no windup. Yeah. There's no tell. And when he feels...
Right there, the seminal blow of the fight.
I mean, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, John. Great placement on that uppercut. He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got
Diaz really fighting hard here in round 1.
He's in trouble. He's getting lit up.
Big head kick. Oh, huge strike lands there, DC.
Oh my God.
That massive shot.
Nick Diaz with a powerful front kick.
Follow-up shot that will finish the fight. Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one? Oh, he's in trouble.
Jesus Christ. Ruthless Robbie Lawler is being very ruthless.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
And Diaz up to his feet.
Careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, you got to finish.
And that's the end of it, folks. That is why Robbie Lawler is ruthless.
Pinpoint strike to end this fight. It landed flush. I'm not even sure the opponent wholly saw it coming. And before he could recover,
Quinn,
the referee was
his
in to stop the
size.
fight. So a huge knockout victory.
Stank-footed you.
Well, another highlight for the real DC as we look back at that scintillating knockout.
Yeah, but the whole
Thanks for your comment, Quinn.
Strikes, kicks, punches. He was doing everything right until eventually he found the shot that ended the fight.
Well, hard to perform much better than he did tonight. A huge knockout under the lights. They'll be talking about that one for some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliano has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 40 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by...
Again, we just went from playing on hard straight into pro, so...
Well, he's smiling ear to ear, and why not after a knockout like that?
A little bit of a transitional phase there, but that's okay.
Are made of. You dream of the knockout like this, and then the party after, where you
It was a good fight.
coaches get to celebrate the great handiwork.
I think it could have been much better than that, though. Actually, it could have been a lot better than that. Robbie Lawler, 59 wins to 5. Oh, my God. And actually, I'm surprised. I was not too far behind on significant shots. Robbie Lawler leading with 34 to Nick Diaz at 29. 5 less. Not too bad. Total strikes, 55 to 43. Still not bad. I was thinking it was going to be a lot more than that. Robbie Lawler, 4 stuns and wobbles. Nick Diaz with 1. Robbie Lawler with 3 knockdowns. And Nick Diaz with 1. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. And here is the replay. Until next time, folks, I am your host, Brandon Hornsby, fighter, Deadly Hits, MMA. Have a good night, folks. Thanks for watching.